Nitzan, you have been a journalist, you have been in Merit, you have been in many places. Tell me something, why after 7th of October, yes, the media care more about what Israel does, more than what Hamas does, or what happens in Russia, Ukraine? Why is people so impressed with Israel?
Well, you know, Israel is a special place, and always Israel is interesting for the world. Even before 7th of October, the things that happens in Israel, they create a lot of interest in the world. That's a fact.
Yes.
Now you can be unhappy about it, and you can be angry about it, and you can shout at everybody, but it's not going to help. This is a fact. It was always like that, and it will be like that for a long time. Now you have to deal with that, and now you have to deal with it in an intelligent way. I can wait if you want.
No, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
And I think that there is a way to deal with it, not just to say everybody is anti-Semitic, everybody hates Israel. You know, a lot of people hate Israel.
Yes.
Yes, unfortunately, and a lot of people don't like the Jews as well. But if it's up to us, you know, we have to deal with it.
Yes.
And so it will not help just to blame everybody, but we have to see how to make a better hasbara,
how to do it, because when you do some hasbara, the ones that love it, the ones that see it, are the Jews and Israelis, most of it. But the people that are at the universities now, they don't see it or they don't care. Why?
Okay.
Or how to do it.
So what? To ignore them? I don't think it's a good way.
Yes.
It's a good thing to ignore everybody.
Yes.
You have to listen to some of the critics, and you have to explain, and you have to bring people and to show them what's going on.
Yes.
And it's not easy. Now it's a very bad time for Israel around the world, and for the Jewish communities as well.
Yes.
There is a lot of anti-Semitism around,
yes.
And we have to fight it. We have to fight it, but to remember that we can do things to improve. We can't do things to improve.
You said we have to fight it. We have to fight it in the media, we have to say it, yes. We have to remember, because many say, don't say anything, don't bring the problem to other places. Keep quiet, and that will be the best.
That's not a good way to keep quiet. I don't believe so.
Yes.
Because if you keep quiet, somebody else is getting inside. There is no vacuum.
Yes.
So it's better for you, for the Israeli ambassadors, for the Jewish communities, for the representatives of different organizations to come out to the media and to talk and to explain, and not to keep quiet. Keep quiet is not a good way to deal with things.
You have to be the first one to say something,
yes.
Instead of reacting.
Yes. And then also you have to have a plan on the ground, not just in terms of how to explain, because if you are not doing the things well, it's difficult to explain them.
Yes.
You have to do the things intelligently in Israel, and you need to have, finally, an agreement, finally, to what you will do after the war,
And that's the next question.
Yes.
Before the war, before this happened, it could be a good possibility to have two states or to have a dialogue with the Palestinians or with the authorities.
But there was no dialogue for many years before 7th
I know. It can be a good solution. It can be peace there.
Look, we're not talking about romantic peace.
Yes.
Israelis and Palestinians will fall in love with each other. There is a lot of hate. There is a lot of problems. There are a lot of problems. But we have to find a way so that both people would be able to live in that place, this small place,
yes.
And not just kill each other all day long. That's not a viable way to continue. Now, I think that Israel had or is conducting a just war. I support the Israeli operation, because what we had on
till now, or it has to continue?
No, look, it will not continue endlessly.
All right.
We have to find an arrangement so that we will be able to translate our achievements during the war for a permanent solution.
All right.
Okay? because if we fight forever, then we're going to lose.
But many people say that it has to be a good solution now to stop and look for a peaceful solution to get out. That it's maybe the government now, with Prime Minister Netanyahu, that it's keeping on the war, and that is not the best idea. How do you think it's the best idea to keep now the fighting and get the hostages, or fight against Hamas, or?
We have to fight against Hamas,
yes.
But in order to do it successfully,
yes.
we need allies.
Yes.
We need the Arab countries, we
yes.
need the Palestinian Authority,
yes.
the moderate elements to fight together against Hamas, against Iran, against Hezbollah.
Yes.
Now, and this is also part of the thing, we need also a political change in Israel.
Yes.
The current government does not represent more than half of the people.
Yes.
And it's an extreme government, and we need a government of national unity. The time is very difficult for Israel. This is really maybe the most difficult time since, independence.
I know.
So for this, you need the inclusion of everybody. The right, the left, the center, religious, secular.
With whom can it be that people?
Yes. The people in Israel would like to have national unity. They don't want to have this narrow, extreme, very right-wing government. This is not a good thing for the crisis that we have. If you have a big crisis, you need a government that enjoys the confidence of the people. Because we need to make difficult decisions now. If we end the war, if we continue the war, what do we do with the North? What do we do with the hostages? To make difficult decisions, you need a big majority. So there should be a political change in Israel as well.
Do you are calling to say that we need elections now?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you think it will happen? Somebody says that it will get more to the right, more wing, because there are more people wanting to have a strength against Hezbollah, against that, or it's going to be more people to the south.
But look, it is a very right-wing government now, and I'm not sure that most of the people are happy with the results. We had, it's not just since the war, we had a year and a half of a very difficult time in Israel.
Yes, no.
And a year and a half, very difficult time.
Yes.
And I think the results of this is the most right-wing government that we had ever. And so look at the results. I don't think that people are happy with it.
Two small questions. It looks small, but
yes.
What do you think is the solution now to end this war or to finish this moment? What will it be? Will it be a good way to bring back the hostages? That could be not happening. To finish with Hamas, to endless now? What is the best solution?
There is an American proposal, there is an Egyptian proposal, a European. It's more or less the same proposal,
yes.
Meaning
that Hamas doesn't accept.
That you're going to have a long ceasefire.
Yes.
Let's call it ceasefire.
Yes.
A long one.
Yes.
The hostages would come back.
Yes.
You start to rebuild Gaza, but without Hamas. Israel keeps the military control, but you have a different entity in Gaza, probably the Palestinian Authority, but not Hamas.
All right.
And
could that be possible?
Of course. The deal is on the table. The deal is on the table. Look, I don't see any other way.
Do you see it fast, or do you do it?
Because
it will take
it's
a long
been
time?
7 months of war. Israel achieved a lot. But in order for these achievements to last, because if we continue it's going to help Hamas, because they are not gone, they're there. If you want to replace them, you need an arrangement with Egypt and with other elements.
And the last one, who could be the leader of this new government you are talking? Who could be the leader?
Yeah, according to the opinion polls, it's going to be Benny Gantz.
All right.
Yes, and I think it would be a better thing now for Israel to have a government which is more, representing most of the people and not just one part.
All right, thank you.
Yes.